Sup, friend? Welcome back to Transformers Friends Fall in the Game. I'm back! Okay, never mind. Anyway, as you recall in the last episode, I showed you... I don't know, who was it? Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, absolutely right. Anyway, I am here to show you a start of another small pack of characters. They're not all done, no, but I think you guys might find this one a bit interesting. So it's gonna be a Decepticon focused pack, and I think you'll like where this is headed. So let's get started. Decepticon Sunstorm. Okay, here's the story with this one. Yes, in a while back, I used to have a Transformers fanfiction, I probably wasn't that good, called Desolation. Now, I did a sequel to that called Isolation, which I never finished. I still have all the episodes or chapters to it. But this right here, Sunstorm, was one of the characters in said story, and this is pretty much the design I had for him. I used a custom render, which I'm going to show you on screen now, that was made by King Starscream 9, who was very grateful to let me use his custom renders. He actually made this whole render, it's really awesome. I'll include a link to some of his work if I can. And this is pretty much just an adaptation of that artwork. And darn if I don't love it. Well, I guess I'll start off with my primary inspiration for him. Now, I originally started off with a Skywarp artwork, and that Skywarp was based off of the Human Alliance arcade game version. Maybe with some slight differences here and there, but that was my primary means of inspiration. Reference from him was a pain to find, but I eventually came up with a design that I liked, and Sunstorm follows a similar pattern to him. However, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's run down him. Alright, well, as you can see, he's primarily orange. You know, he's got a full orange head with little red gills. The gills are actually a new touch that I added. In my artwork they were gray, I believe, but I made them red here. I think it looks nice. He's got a red collar area there. Move him over a bit. He's got a orange chest with some red running down the side. He's got the quad red things in there. I don't really know what to call them, but they're red. His I don't know what to call them. Those wires there follow a pattern of having a stop, turn, and Sunstorm, a main color on one side and the red and another on the tip. So orange, white, and red. Pretty much a pattern that all the Seekers are gonna have. You know, their primary color with their secondary color, something like that. His torso panels are orange with a bit of white and some red below it. Shoulders are white with red in the inner part. I'm following the same style I used for my enhanced G1 color Starscream. It's the same general idea. Arms are pretty much all orange, but his hand, which is mostly orange, has a white edge right there, which I think suits him quite nicely. We got some smaller parts that are red over there near the arm. His crotch is mostly orange with a little bit of red here and there, just to make him distinct. While the Seekers follow a similar pattern, they have some distinct differences to make them unique. Now, one of his iconic features on the leg, which you've seen this enhanced G1 color Starscream, is the orange with a kind of red arrow, so to speak. Yeah, I love that design, which was also inspired from Human Alliance arcade game Skywarp. So I'm using that here, and I think it suits him very nicely. His knee pad is half orange, half red. I think all the knee pads are going to be half and half. Lower, that section of the legs right there is mostly orange. Should have been that little thing right there. It should be orange. I'll have to weed that out, but yeah. And the lowest part of the leg is red, just to spice it up a bit. His feet are kind of a blend between orange and white. Orange for the spikes and white for the like center pieces. It's kind of hard to explain this stuff. Now, turning him around, he's got a red line running down his wings, a white centerpiece. His thrusters are orange with a little bit of red wiring in the middle. He's got a lower white piece in the middle of his backside right there. I think that is about it, honestly. Yeah, it was very cool to see one of these characters in a full 3D world. That's why, even though I do artwork, I love making characters in full 3D. It's just a lot more fun, because you can see them from every angle. Well, that's robot mode. Let's check out vehicle mode. Sunstorm. Transform. And this is Sunstorm in jet mode. Now, the Seekers are also going to follow a pattern similar to this, however with some differences here and there. They pretty much have a red outline on the edges of the jet, which is going to be probably for most of them will be red, but others like Skywarp will be purple and such. The nose of his jet is white. The little rear thruster pieces are white. He's got red stripes running down his wings, or his vertical stabilizers, I think. Yes. And red on the edges of his horizontal stabilizers. See, I remember things. Moving on from that, he has a similar red pattern to the underside of his jet, with some additional white pieces, just for show, mostly. And some white on the front, right there. Yeah, not a whole lot for jet mode, but it didn't need to be anything fancy. I think this is more than sufficient. And the cockpit hatch is still silver, because what else would it be? But yeah. That is Decepticon Sunstorm. Now, I don't know how many are going to be in this pack. Obviously Skywarp and Thundercracker, but others as well, you know? Others as well. They aren't the only... It's not just going to be Skywarp, Thundercracker, and the Sunstorm. There are others. And since these guys follow a pretty similar pattern, hopefully they'll be fairly easy to skin. I'm hoping. Since they all follow a similar pattern. Anyway, yeah. Well, it's a little late for me to run a mission, so I guess I'll just wrap this up. Yep, that's Sunstorm. He's gonna be released with a pack with the others, but they are going to be individual, so it'll be a pack of individuals. But yeah, that is Sunstorm. Keep a lookout for the other Seekers. Skywarp probably is gonna be the next one. And yeah, I will see you in the next one with the next Seeker. Later.